Unfortunately for this campaign, my facecam's audio was so out of sync with the video that I just flat out couldn't use it. I began by attempting to get a nearby chest to see if I could receive a useful artifact, but before I could reach it, the city guards noticed me and we got challenged into our first battle. Okay, so there's a possibility that I might be able to double up on this guy. Dang, the enemy has the same walls though. Those are strong, and my troops are just not gonna go through those until I get one specific artifact. Thank you. Now he's going to go through, and I am going to win. Not yet though, but I'm gonna do some damage, right? Never mind. Never mind! The AI wants to be smart for some reason. Use this. Bye-bye. Really. So that's the first one done. Good stuff, good stuff. After getting chased away by the main gate, we took a detour that led me to a puzzle of sorts. There were two guards circling around a rotating path and I had to sneak by without getting seen. I forgot that this is how this works. Okay. Well, this is gonna take a while. Not because this is difficult, but because I'm dumb. Go! No! Around the corner, I found my first artifact, the Phoenix Feather, which lets me revive once per battle up to 25% of my max health. After that, I snuck past the guards only for me to run into more of them. You're getting past me, traitor. Righto, let's see about that. Okay, so now I'm in prime position to get this guy even more than double fused. I can triple fuse him. Or, I mean, double fuse. Fusing is just doubling up on them. I'm just gonna say doubling up or doubling because fusing is just... No, I've never said that. I will never say that. That's stupid. What do you mean? Some of these and these don't even matter in front of these guys because these guys do not... Well, if they're stronger than the unit before them, whether it's loaded or not, they're just gonna go through it and have no damage penalty at all. They just go through it. Time for you to die. Fused attacks receive an additional 50% power. Yes. That's something that we definitely want for now. Because that's essentially the best thing we can have for a very, very, very long time. After completing yet another puzzle, we finally got to enter the city. Further in, we found a pub, and in front of said pub were a guard who required a code and another one who just so happened to be rehearsing it. Using the code, we hit the shields in the correct order to gain access to the pub, and inside, after a lot of skipped dialogue, we received the Spearman core units. So now that we have the things that we want, now we just need the artifact that we want, and I don't know where I can get that. We then completed some puzzles, and before you start saying stuff like, oh, but isn't that cheating, and those are not core units, puzzles don't help me progress, and they're not in any way mandatory. All they do is help me level up. Oh, my spearmen are level 3 already. Okay. Yeah, and while editing, I still don't know how I disregarded the fact that all of my opponent's dudes were level 4. And I was going up with just level 3s. And now just double up on this guy. I'm dead though, because that's... If I can't kill this guy before those knights attack, or if I can't get my spell, then I'm dead. That's just how it is. Yep, that's definitely where this story ends. After the crushing loss, I grinded some easier fights to get more levels, and I also noticed that the doubling artifact was still incredible even in the second campaign. Yes! Okay. Yep, the doubling artifact is definitely clutch. Most of the material for a long time was me just grinding levels or doing small side quests like opening a gate or beating a necromancer, so I'm just gonna skip over most of it because it's not all that exciting. Yes! I did decide to take up a bounty I knew was way beyond me though, and that went about as well as you'd expect. This guy is ridiculously strong and has a level 5 vampire. Vampires suck health from me and give it back to him. So, it makes this quite unfair, and it's basically a defensive game until I can figure out how I could attack without dying myself. So it's just gonna be walls, on walls, on walls, on walls. Just don't put any wall on... Yeah, perfect. Okay, so that's 3 damage. How much exactly? 17? Great. No, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not nearly enough. And as you can see, I got my ass handed to me pretty hard by those level 5 vampires. Yeah, this is just about as bad as I remember it being. If this does not kill him, then I'm dead. And he put a troop in front of it, which doesn't matter because it's still going to just plow through it like it wasn't even there. And I did it. Okay, that was about the longest match ever. I don't know how I did that, but I did. And if you thought challenging the vampires was a bad idea, imagine the thoughts going through my head when I decided to fight the absolute Giga Chad level 4 Titans. I guaranteed win. I was basically handed the win from turn 1. Oh, but this guy has 75 health. Okay, well that might not be so easy, but... Fun fact, those walls are not strong enough to hold these guys from going through, but I don't have the artifact yet. I'm foolish. That's going to be mucho grande problem if I don't do something about that. I'm still gonna get a pretty good amount of damage off on the Titan and the opposing NPC, but it could be a lot better. I need my shield before that attacks, or I am dead. 100% dead. The deadest you've ever seen. Yeah, it's bad. It's all bad. Yeah, I hate to say it, but GG, I'm dead. Because that's 100 damage coming my way right now. I'm just gonna head this way and see if there's the artifact, because this doubling artifact is good. But you see, it's not good enough by an angel here. Absolutely not. I think this is the guy with the sword master, if I'm not incorrect. Yeah, there he is. I don't know what I exactly have to gain from this battle besides levels, but I'll do it anyway. If I can double this other Spearman, I am super confident that I will win. If I can get a single blue unit, I will absolutely double this. Then again, if it goes on top of that other one who's already fused, doubled, whatever, I'm gonna triple that. Okay, no. So it's going to just be a normal double process, and those are both going to do what, like 17 damage? More like 20 probably. Yep, exactly. And now I'm 3 damage away from winning. Hurrah! Barely, but it was worth using that. A bit of a risk, but we take those. After the battle, a door opened before me, and inside was a beautiful serene cave with an artifact and perhaps the hardest bounty enemy in the game. Oh, I forgot. One of the bounties is actually in here. And the Holy Blade artifact. I'm going to equip it because it's decently good, and I think it's a little bit better than the doubling artifact, because even though it's only a 20% chance... Yeah, I got this. There's nothing wrong with this. Absolutely not. I'm going to triple this. And ironically enough, I just got rid of the artifact that makes my fused units do more damage or have more power. Let's not think about that part. Let's just think about the positive part that I can even do this, right? This guy has 120 health, I only now noticed, by the way. Okay. But the thing with these nightmares, they attack at the same time, so... yeah, not exactly going to be a fun time for me. I'll take some damage for sure, but I'll survive, I think. Yeah. Very close to dead, but not dead. And now I have my power, which can either help me win by dealing damage, or just saving my life. Okay, that's a crit. 27. This is why. This is why I chose this artifact. Because this artifact can very, very, very well just be the best thing ever. Okay, well, I just screwed up. I didn't notice this guy. Well, fuck. This is definitely gonna go through that nightmare. I'm pretty certain of that. Especially if it gets a crit. Oh my. Well, if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. I think it's going to, though. Especially if I get a crit. Yeah, load that there. It's not gonna do anything. There we go. There we go. After winning, I went on to grind some more puzzles, but there was a different reason for it this time. I was hunting for an artifact that would make me completely overpowered, and the rest of the battles in this campaign an absolute cakewalk. This is because the artifact lets a spearman's ability apply to walls as well. There we go. That's the one. Now I don't really need to do anything else because I have the spear. Now I just need to get to the final boss. The artifact's power was immediately noticeable in the Colosseum, where I had to fight many enemies, each tougher than the last. Or at least they were supposed to be anyway. But that didn't matter, since the artifact makes any walls weaker than my spearmen completely redundant. My unstoppable core units crushed my opponent before they even had a chance to defend, much less counterattack. Yeah, there's just no blocking that. This held true even outside the Colosseum while I was fighting against demons and other hellspawn. I think I'm going to just aim to end this pretty much next turn. You gotta be freaking kidding me. No. 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 No, if that deals just enough damage, I'm going to commit crime. This close that I didn't lose. 3 health. At the castle gate, we ran into some more guards that were packing some serious heat. Griffins and swordmasters respectively. Let's hope that I get some good luck next turn, because I can probably end this pretty quickly. Yes. Yep. That's some good damage. And now I'm probably gonna have to use my power because I don't want to take all that damage next turn. He is going to be taking a lot of damage though, so he might just die. Honestly. Yep. Exactly the number I needed. After beating the guards, we entered the castle gates, climbed up, and at the top found the king and the boss awaiting our arrival. At first, the boss of this campaign had a human form, but after abusing the power of an unstable magic item, he turned into what can only be described as a disgusting, malformed abomination. I should have definitely switched to my artifact before I did this. Oh no, I just remembered a thing he might do. He is going to turn my things into food and then swallow them and spit them back out at me. Don't ask me why, it just works. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Not only that, apparently he heals. God damn. If that does 106 damage, I'm not about that. You're not about to hit me with that. Okay, well that definitely protects me for over 100, so... yeah, nice try. I'm just annoyed because I need one good attack, and that's basically enough to win me this entire thing. And it's really annoying when the game just denies me all possibilities of that ever happening. Yep. Alright, he's not going through that. I remember this being like one of the easiest boss fights in the game when playing normally, when you have the strong units, but in this case, it's a little bit different. Of course you did. Of course. Because why wouldn't you change the one that I wanted to use? Yeah. But eat this, though. Alright, well, c'est la vie, you're dead. With the abomination beaten, the second campaign was completed, and I was one step closer to beating this challenge.